Greetings, humans, greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. Yes, indeed, people. And people, it's only 125 more shopping days until Christmas. Or maybe a little bit more for Kwanzaa there, but people, you need to get out there in the stores. Make sure you get a great gift for Bear this year. He'll accept a lot of things. Ties and cologne and all that stuff. But really, the best stocking stuffer out there for Bear, you know what, is always salmon. So if you got some salmon, might as well put it in the mail for Bear, because he would enjoy it. Yes, indeed. All right, great to have everyone here, including Amy, probably Melissa out there as well. Grant, he probably sleeps through regular Christmas. That's true. It gets a little cold outside. Bear's got to go into the cave and, it gets a little sleepy sometimes and he falls asleep. Oh, holy cow, it's spring. And then you're really hungry. Really hungry. So if you want to help out Bear, send him some salmon so he's not so hungry. All right, great to have everyone out here with us. We will get to the Bearry Christmas in just a moment here, but let's go ahead. We've actually got a couple of, if Bear can find it here, come on, Bear, don't screw it up this quickly. We've got a couple of campaign updates out there for you good people, including, looks like Uncle E, $523,140. So congratulations, Uncle E. One of these days, Bear will learn how to do numbers out there. It's a little tough for Bear. Anyways, there is that. Congratulations, Uncle E. Let's see. John Malin's book, Godlike, just went out last night. Last Bear saw it just crossed over 70K. So, hey, for a second chance campaign, that's not too bad. They were doing the Fire Tonight with the ladies out there, so not quite 100K, but close enough. Close enough. I think Mandy was a little bit inebriated out there, but that's to be expected, good people. That is to be expected. All right, let's get to it, people. We've got some news out here from the great Graham Nolan. He's got a update. Good morning, Franken fans. Still need to read that book. That is in the pile. That is in the pile of books that Bear has. Oh, God. So many piles. Oh, my goodness. Next week, it'll be Bear just organizing and figuring out what the heck to do with all the books here. I don't know. Maybe put it up on a bookshelf? That'd be easier just to grab and reach, other than all the boxes that it's in right now. But we'll figure it out. We will figure it out, people. All right, Graham Nolan, Franken fans, yada, yada, yada. This is a good news, bad news update. Oh, my goodness. Let's actually just, instead of good news, bad news, let's actually look at some artwork. Actually, yeah, this. From the last time, from the Ghosts of Matacumba Key, but we're actually talking about Joe Frankenstein. He says, the good news is all the CGC books have been graded, slabbed, and shipped back to us. The bad news is that I have to return them. How terrible. They made a couple mistakes on the information tab that needs to be corrected for accuracy. We want to get this right, he says. I apologize for this unfortunate delay, and we will work extra hard to expedite fulfillment once the corrected books arrive. As always, he says, I'll keep you up to date on the process, and we appreciate your patience. That would be from Graham. Actually, I think the CGC folks were down there at Tampa, if Bear remembers correctly. So he probably just should have had them hand it to him then and said, oh my God, look, you need to take this back. Probably would have saved a couple weeks there. I don't know, people. I don't know, because Bear, seems like Bear lost like 2 or 3 weeks just out of the blue there. Just never came back. So there we are. There we are. So anyways, if you've got your CGC books, you're going to need to wait just a little bit longer out there. That's why Bear always says, you might as well just go ahead and get 2 books. Just get the regular book, and if you got a CGC book, one of these days, you would probably get that first book in. You can check it out, read it, enjoy it, and then get your CGC and put it up there on the shelf or whatever happens to be the place that you want to put it. So there you go. There is the update from Grant. We only had a couple of these. So we're going to go ahead and just get right on through it here, including from, let me find it here. Nope, that's not it. Oh, gosh darn it. One of these days. There we go. From, if Bear can find it here. That would be from Kevin Sharp here. He's got a follow-up, people. He says he forgot to post this. A progress shot of the supplemental cover. Let's take a look at it. There we go. There it is. Is he making two? Not sure if he's making two covers or not. Not sure if he's making two, but looking really good. Congratulations, Kevin. Looking pretty good. Except for that thumb at the very bottom of the page. I probably don't want a thumb on my variant cover. Just a thought. Just a thought out there, Kevin. There's a little close-up. There you go. Holy cow. Does he have 3 eyes, or is it just the tiara that he is wearing? I'm not really sure. Looks like 3 eyes to me, people. Looks like a third eye to Bear out there. So there you go. There they are. I'm not sure if both of them are a... Looks like the one there off to the left is a supplemental, and I'm not sure what the one off to the right is, but you may be getting 2, people. You may be getting 2. So go, please, people, go check out Kevin Sharp. Doing some great work, coming up through a bunch of hell scares there, so hopefully he's turned the corner and doing it right here on Dragon Guard. Doing it right here. So let's get him some support out there. Yes, indeed. All right, and finally, shouldn't say finally, but finally here, that would be. Bear always enjoys the angry Aaron. The angry Aaron out here. One of Bear's favorites out here. But anyways, we have from Angry Aaron or Awesome Aaron, depends on which one you want. He says, do I have it here? Yes. Okay. All the little things are getting done, people. He says, hey everyone. Hey Aaron. Just a quick note. As the campaign draws to its exciting close, I thought I had better finish up all of the stretch goals and gets them to the printer. Other than the ones appearing in the actual books, that would be the bulletin page, the letters page, and the art. Let me grab a drink, people. We're starting this off on the wrong foot. With the whistle there. Let's see. Bulletin page, letter page, and art contest winner. The rest are trading cards. Here is a look at the finished products you'll be receiving with your backing order. And let's check him out. He has, let me find it here. He's got the, by the way, he says also the black and white original art for this beautiful piece right here is available. That's the Esther Queen of Hearts. And also the Wraith of God value stamp. He says are up for sale on the campaign page right now, people. Gotta get to it. He says, thank you all for backing and spreading the word. Well, that's what Bear tries to do here. Sometimes it's successful. Sometimes it's not. But there you go. I believe the Wraith was an ace, if Bear remembers correctly. So you got the queen. You'll need to come up with a king. Need to find that somewhere, but there you go. I'm not sure if this was the sticker that he was talking about. But there you go. Pretty cool. Dan Lawless looking pretty sweet there. I like the smoke from the revolvers that he has there. Pretty cool there. So I believe that might be a sticker for you good people. He's also got the Kit Carter. Very cool. I like the colors in this. Very cool colors. You always have the hard option there with space. Do you really make it black? Like black? Do you make it a contrast between black and white? Do you put in looks like he does here, like the little nebulas and whatnot? break it up just a little bit, have a little bit of an extra flair to it, maybe like the Milky Way sort of a cloud galaxy there. So there you go. It looks pretty good. Standing on, I don't know, Mars? An asteroid? Some sort of red asteroid, possibly. There you go. And finally, people, you actually have Garbage Man, people. That would be Garbage Man, one of Bear's most favorite characters out there. That would be Garbage Man, people. Yes, indeed. Actually, by the by, Bear actually has. Let me, hold on 1 second. Do the thing with the thing here. Come on, do the thing. Come on, Bear Professional Show. People are waiting. People are definitely waiting out here. Because we actually have, believe it or not, people, believe it or not, Bear actually has a little bit of a Garbage Man himself. Let me find it here. 1 second. You do the thing with the thing. There we go. I got this a little while back. It was his sketchbook that Aaron did a little while back there. So there we are. In fact, it's got in there. Get to it here. Come on, Bear. Oh no! Don't fall! Don't fall! Don't fall! Oh, for crying out loud, it fell down. Anyways, people, we got this nice little book here. Pretty cool, and it's got right inside. For old Bear here, he actually got a little sketch, including a nice. Here, I can get to it here. Don't want to scratch it. Oh, with the claws, I don't want to scratch it, but I got a nice little Aaron Lopresti Garbage Man there. Look at there. Look at that date. 2019. 2019, people. Not many people got the book at this time. I think he came out with this book, the sketchbook, and then tried to do the Garbage Man book, and it just never came up to the goal that he was looking for there. So nice to see that he's gotten some good word here on Wraith of God, and might be able to do a Garbage Man himself here. So there we go. It'll probably do a lot better than it did the last time there. But there you go. 2019. A lot of people were getting stuff from Aaron. So there you go. People say, "Oh, Bear, you're just coming around to the Aaron stuff." No, I got this a long time ago, man. Long time ago, people. Long time ago. Yes, including you get from there it is from Grande. Bear just happened to grab a couple of these because we didn't do it the last time. Zombie Sama, I believe there. Nice little. Let me see if I can find it here. If Bear can find it, there we go. Nice little bit of artwork there, including from Billy Tucci. Pretty cool. I don't think he was supposed to do one. And finally, I think Bear got number 11 out of 10. So he might have put one in there. Didn't get it for She too, apparently. Don't know what was going on with that one. Not sure what was going on with that one. And finally, one of Bear's favorites here. One of Bear's favorites from Matthew Weldon. Good old Punchline. It's the hardcover. So good stuff there. And not sure which came. I think that first one came first and this one came second, if Bear remembers correctly. So there we are. I don't think it's a little bit signed in there. It is signed. Good old Weldon. Come on back, Weldon. Oh, we need you, Weldon. Come on back. Oh, and by the way, tonight's beer is being sponsored by, that would be Proof Brewing Company, and the Proof Toberfest. There we go. There it is. Booyah! Haha! There we are. Good stuff there from Aaron Lopresti. Let's see. Matthew Weldon. Billy Tucci. Graham as well. Oh, some good stuff. And of course, there it goes. It falls down. Anywho, there's that. There is that, people. There is that. So there you go. Good stuff there from some campaign updates. So please go check some of those out, good people. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get. Bear's got some very, very important news for you, good people. So let's go ahead and find out where that is. Get right to it here. The reason, people, the reason for the season. That would be from comicbook.com. Let's see, who is this? Jenna Anderson. Of course, Bear's got a burp now because he drank some beer. From Jenna Anderson, she says, DC reveals a Batman Santa Claus crossover. Batman becomes a protege of Santa Claus in a new DC miniseries, Silent Knight. That would be Silent Knight out there, people. The DC Universe is about to have one of its wildest and most festive crossovers yet. She says on Friday, as part of their November 2023 solicitations, the publisher announced a new 4-issue miniseries titled Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night. Silent Night will be written by Jeff Parker, with art by Michelle Bandini. We'll go with that as well. And will, rather, as the title suggests, partner DC's Dark Knight with the iconic holiday figure. That would be Santa Claus, people. Silent Night will reveal that Batman was previously a protege of Santa's? Who knew? Does Santa Claus know Batman's secret identity? That might be a very good question out there. Does he know him as Batman? Or does he only know him as Bruce Wayne? Interesting. And we'll place both of them in an unlikely fight against crime, because the first thing you think of when you think of Santa Claus is, of course, fighting crime. Has Santa Claus appeared in DC Comics? That's a good question. Santa has appeared in multiple DC titles over the years, beginning with Superman's Christmas Adventure #1 in 1940. The myth of Santa and St. Nicholas, isn't that the same thing? Has factored into an unfortunate occult ritual of John Constantine's, been saved by the Sandman, and has been challenged by both Lobo and Black Adam. Man, poor guy. All he's trying to do is just get packages to kids around the world. Batman Santa Claus Silent Night is part of DC's Dawn of DC initiative, beginning this past January. Gee, I wonder if that has anything to do with old James Gunn coming aboard. Dawn of DC includes a number of new launch titles, as well as a rebrand of books like Action Comics and Superman. The new titles in the pipeline include Green Arrow, Unstoppable Doom Patrol, Hawkgirl, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Titans, Fire and Ice. Titans, Fire and Ice, Welcome to Smallville, Batman, The Bold and the Beautiful, Cyborg, Shazam, Steelworks, Speed Force, and The Penguin, people. Yes, indeed. After the near multiverse ending events of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth and DC Universe, Lazarus Planet. I hate to go to Lazarus Planet. If you're gonna be going to any planet, you might just wanna skip that. You go there in the winter when it's a little bit cooler, I guess. The DC Universe will be headed towards the light. Oh, no, don't head towards the lights. No, you're dying. You don't want to head towards the lights. Well, I guess DC's dead. It's dead, Jim. It's dead, Jim Lee. Said in a statement when the initiative was first announced, quote, with brand new stories and story arcs from some of the top, quote, creative members in comics. The Dawn of DC is one of our most ambitious initiatives ever, and is a chance for us to tell bigger and bolder stories across our lines. So you can check that out. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So, written by Jeff Parker, art by Michelle Bandini, cover by Dan Mora, which, by the way, actually looked pretty good. Looked really good here. Okay, oops. Let me get rid of the thumbnail here. But, yeah, that's where Bear got the inspiration here for his thumbnail. Pretty cool. I like it. I like this cover. It is Bear approved, except for maybe that bottom. It's kind of weird with the square. Like, where's the light coming from? Is it coming from Santa? Is Santa actually Jesus? These things we don't know. And we'll go through all the variant covers here in just a second. Let's see, $3.99 for 32 pages, people. 32 pages. On sale, December 5th, 2023. There you go. Let's see, the 4-part crossover event of a generation begins when a not-so-jolly St. Nick hits Gotham City to investigate a brutal crime in the days leading up to Christmas. Oh, what manner of man or beast? What? Hey, man, listen now. Why is it always when a crime occurs, the first thing that they think of is the Black Bears? Let's see. With the help of his former student, Batman. That's a sentence that Bear never thought he would say. With the help of his former student, Batman, Santa will team up with the heroes of the DC Universe to right this wrong, or the world wakes up to coal in their stockings! Exclamation point. A brutal, two-fisted holiday tale of hope, wonder, and monster hunting. It's the perfect treat to ring in the holidays. It's Claus in a cannon. I hope he's not in a cannon. God forbid. Put old Santa Claus in a cannon and blast him out, man. That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, I didn't notice the kid had like shark, what do you call those? Slippers? Shark slippers. Very cool. Very cool. Although I'm not sure, Santa Claus, Batman, I'm not so sure about that one. Not so sure about that one. They got a couple other covers as well. I really like this one, though. They got the Santa Claus looking very, I'm not sure if that's surprised. We'll go with surprised there, the look on his face. So, there you are. Interesting stuff there. Who is this? Derek Chew. Derek Chew out there. Interesting stuff. Kind of like this one. This one's pretty cool. They have the, let's see, Otto Schmidt. Otto Schmidt. Looks like Robin there, but that's right. That's all right. They're jumping across Gotham City, trying to deliver some presents. Where is Rudolph? Where the heck is Rudolph in all this? Is Rudolph the one killing people? Is he the beast? We'll find out that Rudolph killed everybody. That's for certain. This is kind of an interesting one here. Santa Claus is ready to take down Batman. It is sleigh time. Sleigh time at the North Pole. He's just getting ready here. I'm gonna kill you, Batman. Gonna get you. Nobody else can get Batman except for Santa Claus. The teacher has become the master out there. There you are. Santa Claus has not missed Gym Day at all. Hasn't missed Gym Day. Not for 1 minute. This is kind of an interesting one. I don't know if this is a cover. This is just kind of either a variant or maybe kind of an add-on or something. Interesting look there. Kind of a manga look, I suppose. Interesting look there. And finally, they have what's called a rub and smell variant cover by Ben Oliver. Not too sure how I feel about this one. Not too sure how Santa Claus bathed in blood might scare away the kiddies. You probably not want to go to the mall Santa Claus there when he's got a lot of blood on his face. That might not be. You might want to say, hey, Santa Claus, I'll wait a little bit longer in the line here. Why don't you go get cleaned up there, please, sir? Please go get cleaned up. There we go. Good old Proof-toberfest. We're celebrating all of the holidays here, people. We're celebrating Oktoberfest. We're celebrating Christmas. We're celebrating all the good stuff out there. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get these back. I guess I'll put that one up. There we go. That'll look like a good one on screen there. There we are. What do you people think? Let me get rid of this. Come on, Bear, professional show. Yada, yada, yada. Can't drink on the job here. Oops, that's not it. There we go. There is a punchline there for you good people. I actually had a number of other books Bear could have brought over, but man, I mean, I tell you what, went through so many the last time. Went through so many. So well, there you go. There you are, people. Some good stuff there from Matthew Weldon. All right, let me get off of that because we've actually got people. We've been talking about this for a little while. What's going on? What the hell is going on with... There we go. What the hell is going on with Bear? What the hell is going on with DC? I mean, what... Really? What the heck, man? What the heck, man? Anywho, Blue Beetle. The, I don't know how to describe this. Is it the swan song for the Snyderverse, or is it the brand new film from the James Gunn universe? I'm not really... Is it the Gunverse? Can't say the Gunverse. The Jamesverse. The Jamesverse out there. From Deadline, and our good friend out here, Anthony D'Alessandro. A Blue Beetle still eyes $25 million. By the way, that went down from, I think, Thursday or Friday night. They were expecting, I think it was like 32. I think it was like 32 to 35. So it came in about 10 to 8 below estimates there. Strays goes to the dogs with $8 million. That would be the Saturday box office from Deadline, people. From Deadline. We'll go through it here with you good people. Even though this weekend's new entries, that would be Warner Brothers DC's Blue Beetle and Universal Strays, aren't coming in at the top of their projections with lower respective weekends of 25 and 8.5. The overall health of the theatrical business is in good shape. No, what? Half of your business is on strike. Which, by the way, Warner Brothers is Barbie, and Universal, Barbie here, is Oppenheimer. So, the two new movies were trying to take out the older two movies from the same company there. So, very interesting. Let's see, which are fueling an estimated $100 million weekend. That's 28% over the same August frame a year ago. I'm not sure what was out at that time. Oh, Dragon Ball Super. There was a dry spell led by Crunchyroll's Dragon Ball Superhero. Dragon Ball Superhero. I guess it's better sounding in Japanese. It remains to be seen what the toll will be on Sunday's box office in LA from the onset of Hurricane Hillary. Watch out, people. Look out, people. We don't want any damage. We don't want any damage or destruction from Hurricane Hillary out there, so be safe. Be safe. Although, Bear hears that if there are any unfortunate deaths from Hurricane Hillary, we're going to go ahead and label them as suicide. Label them as suicide. Yes, indeed. Is Bear talking about the animes? Bear was. He was just a minute ago. You missed out, Amy. You missed out. We were talking about... let me go back to it. Let me find it here. We were talking about... Batman. Batman and Superman teaming up to fight crime in Gotham City. Yes, indeed. So there you go. There's a very interesting cover. Hold on one second. Let me see. It was... Give credit here. Give credit to Dan Mora. Dan Mora out there. Yes, indeed. So some good stuff. Looks interesting. Looks interesting there. Batman apparently was Santa's protege back in the day. So, interesting stuff there. No, we were actually talking about Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle and what's going on with all that craziness. But there you go. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Great to have you here. And probably Melissa as well, somewhere. Somewhere along the lines there. Anywho, and Hurricane Hillary. We gotta watch out for that. Look out, people. If you have any information on the direction of Hurricane Hillary, I would suggest fleeing the country. Flee the country. Oh, we kid, people. We kid out here. We kid. Oh, and Beer had a couple books. Here, Beer will show. We were talking about Garbage Man. So Beer actually had way back when Aaron Lopresti actually still came on Mike Miller's show. We had the there we go, had the Raw Imagination book. So pretty cool. Got a sketch with it. Everybody's talking about Garbage Man. There's like, I got one. What is this? 2019. 4 years ago? 4 years ago? So there you are. Pretty cool. So, anyways, there's a Garbage Man. We were talking about Garbage Man earlier. Had a couple other books that Beer was showing. It's not a book night though. Not for Beer. Is Santa a criminal? Well, they said they're going to fight crime. They're going to fight crime. So there you are. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. Batman trained under Santa, apparently, according to DC. According to, let me go back. I'll go back to it. Let me see. We'll read it again. Let's see. After the near multiverse-ending events of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, DC Lazarus Planet. Let's see. They will go towards light. Let's see. Did I? Wait a minute. That wasn't part of it. All right, here we go. The 4-part crossover event of a generation begins with a not so jolly. So maybe he is a criminal. Saint Nick hits Gotham City. To investigate a brutal crime in the days leading up to Christmas. What manner of man, or of course they're saying beast, I could have committed such atrocities. Maybe it might be Rudolph. You never know. With the help of his former student Batman, Santa will team up with the heroes of the DC universe to right wrongs, or the world takes up to coal in their what? Hold on. Santa will team up with the heroes of the DC universe to right this wrong. Oh, okay. Or this world wakes up to coal in their stockings! Exclamation point. So there you go, people. Santa Claus is in a cannon, apparently. I don't want to see that. I'd hate to see cannon. Santa Claus being fired out of a cannon. Maybe unless he doesn't have any reindeer to help him out with. You can only go by cannon fire. Still, that's gotta be tough on an old guy. And plus, I don't know if he'll fit. Santa Claus is kind of a rotund dude. So, anyways, there you are. There you are. We now know, people, what's going on. Melissa says hi. Well, hello, Melissa. Great to have Melissa in our presence. Grant says, I'm guessing a disgruntled elf / assassin is the culprit. I'm still saying you gotta watch out for those reindeer. Gotta watch out for them. Gotta watch out for all of them. Santa looks very uncomfortable there. Not sure what's going on with that one. I kind of like this one though. This one is pretty cool. I can just show with him. Come on, Bear, for crying out loud. Let's see. There we go. There's that one. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. And finally, let me get to this last one here. With Santa Claus with a he's got a grudge. He's got a grudge out there, and he's gonna make sure that Batman pays. Let's see. Grant says, I prefer the Make It Rain Deer. Make It Rain Deer. Oh dear. Elf assassins? That could be interesting, says Amy. But what would he fight? Grant says, SWAT gnomes. SWAT gnomes out there. There you are. There you are, people. So that is the reason for the season here. It is 125 more shopping days till Christmas. So make sure you get your packages out very early. You can never trust the post service. Sometimes there's animals out there that might steal packages, so you gotta watch out. A Krampus. It might be Krampus. No, it looks like just a very angry, although buff, very buff. He did not miss Gym Day at all. Didn't miss Gym Day, did Santa? Maybe it's after. Maybe Santa is like really fit, like on Christmas Eve. You know, when he's going out, you know, all the different places, and you know, everybody's got like you know, eggnog and cookies or brownies or something. So Santa Claus is, you know, okay, I'll eat this one. Oh, okay, I'll eat this one. And like, you know, a billion houses later, you know, Santa Claus is like 400 pounds and can barely get down the chimney. He's like, somebody give me a ladder. I need to just walk off this roof. I can't slide down. I just land on the ground, Rudolph. Oh, for crying out loud, it's too much for Santa Claus out here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So there is, in case you missed it, the Santa Claus teams up or maybe fights Batman in the newest Batman. What did they call this? Hold on. What the hell did they call this? Batman Santa Claus Silent Night. Or Silent Knight. You never know. The K might be silent, people. Might be silent there, but there you go. There is that. Well, there's one more, but it's really hideous. A very scary Santa Claus. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, oy, oy. There we are. All right. Anyways, people, you are getting Bear turned around here. Turned around. We're trying to discuss very important things about Blue Beetle. I mean, come on, people. Bear needs to get to this because Yellow Flash. He's taking notes, people. He's gonna have all this information on his show later, so he's got to watch Bear here to figure out what's going on. Let's see. After making a just blistering $10 million yesterday, Blue Beetle still has Saturday left. Good luck, sir. Which could deliver more business rather. Amy says it would have to be a big cannon. That's true. And he'd have to have pretty good aim to toss all those presents down the chimneys as he flies overhead. Well, maybe that's why he's got Batman to help him out. You know, if he misses one, Batman can kind of swoop in and grab the package and throw it down. Or maybe Superman. You know, it'd be better if Superman just delivered all the packages during Christmas rather than Santa Claus. I mean, Superman could do it like real quick, right? You know, he could go backwards. He can go backwards and like get done before he even started. So that might be something. Maybe spoiler alert, people. Maybe in the Batman Santa Claus comic book, spoiler alert, Santa Claus dies, and maybe Superman has to take up the mantle and deliver all the presents before Christmas Day. There you go. That might be. By the way, if you get coal in your stocking this year, is the EPA going to fine you? That might be a question. Is it clean coal in your stocking? If it's not clean coal in your stocking, there might be an environmental disposal fee from that. You gotta watch out, people. Be on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior out there, people. Yes, indeed. Flash would do Southern Hemisphere, Superman Northern Hemisphere, says Grant. There we go. That's very interesting. That could work. That could work. That could work. But it would explain where Batman gets it from, says Amy. Yes, indeed. You know, if you're training under, you know, Bear saw the Batman Begins movie, and, you know, he trained under, what's his name? Not Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson. It'd be funny if Batman trained under Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson. Maybe they had that all wrong. And it was actually Santa Claus. Maybe they should just, if they ever do a remake of Batman Begins, it should be Santa Claus. And then Santa Claus comes to comes to Gotham to fight Batman and to right some wrongs. That might be a Christmas movie to remember, people. That might knock Avatar off of its heels there. Yes, indeed. All right, speaking of being knocked off your heels, people, we need to get to this. This is very important for Yellow Flash out there. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yesterday, according to ComScore, more kids returned to school with those K to 12 educational institutions on break, dropping from 70% last Friday to 46% yesterday. They're not in school on Saturday, you geniuses. Oh, for crying, they're blaming it. Oh, nobody's seeing Blue Beetle because they're all in school. Well, sort of good, I guess, but bad because they're being indoctrinated and all that other weird stuff. So we'll see. Maybe they should be. Maybe they should go to Blue Beetle instead. Why the undelivery here on Blue Beetle? Maybe because they announced that the whole Zack Snyder thing was dead, and nobody wants to go see a movie that. I mean, I'm sure there's fans of Blue Beetle out there. Beer never heard of this until he heard of the movie. He was like, "What the hell is a Blue Beetle?" It's like, "Oh, okay, it's a really old comic book that they made into like some sort of Latin fella." So, oh, okay, sure, why not? They say even at $30 million, that isn't a big enough start for this. People, does anybody, we've shown some of this stuff from, let's see, does it have any pictures there? Look at this. That's the only picture that's probably in frame and in focus there. $104 million. Where do you spend all that money? I have no idea. That's crazy. This movie, it goes on, gets a B plus cinema score overall. However, on ComScore Screen Engine's post track, the movie gets 90%. With Latino and Hispanic moviegoers. Is there a difference? Is there a difference between Latino and Hispanic? And isn't it Latinx? Aren't you, what are we talking about here? Gender forgetting like half of the Latino. Shouldn't it be Latinx and Hispanics with an X instead of a C? What the hell's the difference? Nobody can say. Nobody can say. Nobody can say. It's just something that came up in the 70s. Like, oh, we can't call them Latino. We gotta call them Hispanic. Oh, okay, we'll go with that. So we're gonna get rid of Latino, right? No, we'll keep it. We'll just change it to the Latinx. Oh, okay. But it's the same thing as Hispanic, right? Yeah, of course. Oh, okay. So when they do two at the same time, it's just the same. It's just the same. Who led the charge at 38%? What does that mean? Two Caucasians, 27%, and 75% turnout grade. How dare those Caucasians in the Caucasuses? How dare they? How dare they? Well, I think, aren't they fighting Ukraine or something? Maybe that's, the Latinx are in school and the Caucasians are in the Caucasus fighting Ukraine. Or maybe they're fighting for Ukraine. I don't know. Not Bear's Monkey, not Bear's Circus. Why wasn't this movie even strutted at San Diego Comic-Con? Because your actors were on strike. Oy. In a perfect world without a SAG after strike, it would have been with a Cobra Kai star. For crying out loud, help me around, people. Zolo, Mary and I don't know, whatever. Mr. X. We'll just say Mr. X out here. In Blue Beetle's cast, spreading it's a gospel now on film. Oh, for crying out loud. Much like Gal Gadot on the first Wonder Woman. That's because Gal Gadot is a lovely lady and very easy on the eyes. And this fella, no, no, no. Maybe for the ladies out there. Maybe for the ladies out there, but not really. Amy says the whole Justice League couldn't replace Santa. That's true. That's true. not enough jolliness in the in the Justice League out there. They have plenty of justice. They should come up with a Jolly League, so it would be like Santa and like a bunch of other, very happy-go-lucky DC characters out there. The Jolly League. The Jolly League. Coal is awesome if you live somewhere that gets cold in the winter. It burns hotter and lasts longer. Well, Bear uses coal all the time when if he's cooking some delicious salmon out on the grill. Coal is awesome. Coal is awesome. And if you squeeze it really tightly, says Amy, it turns into diamonds. Every time Bear tries to do that, it turns into dust. Can't take it. The dogs in the photo are kind of cute. Aw, look at there. Look at there. It's actually like a rated R comedy? Comedy, I guess? We'll go with comedy. What the hell? What the heck? So Batman is out of the Jolly League. Have you ever seen Batman Jolly? I don't think so. Don't think so. Bearry squeezed it too hard. Too tight, rather. Hey. Bear's strength. Bear's strength in his claws here. Strength in his claws. Where are we? Let me grab a drink. By the way, today's beer is being sponsored. Well, not being sponsored, but being brought to you. Hey, if you do want to sponsor a Proof, that would be the Proof-toberfest. Proof-toberfest. We're celebrating all of the holidays or semi-holidays. Except for Kwanzaa. There was buzz. They go on here at Warner Brothers had Hall H co-booked with Legendary for a Blue Beetle Dune Part 2 combo. Oh boy, that ought to bring everybody out. But still, even sans stars. How much does it cost for a studio to rent 2 movie auditoriums, popcorn and soda, and 2-night hotel accommodations for a director so that the movie can be shown off to fans and streamed? Screamed? And screamed? Screamed! Ah! Cross-social media! Ah! I believe they meant to say streamed across social media. We need to have some editorial, just read it back. Just read it back to yourself before you hit that publish. You'll be okay. Shown off to fans and screamed across social media. Ah! Pumpkin spice Krispy Kreme donuts at Publix. I did not know that. Didn't know that. Might be too early for pumpkin spice. Yeah, it's a little... it's like 95 degrees outside, so a little hot even for Christmas. Even for Christmas out there. Warner's opted to focus more of their marketing on the Latino and Hispanic marketplace. They're the same thing. Maybe that's why they spend all their money. They says, we're doing 2 markets. No, it's just the same market. During early August, iSpot saw that Univision was pulling in a bulk of the ad impressions on Blue Beetle at 11%, with studio spending on such shows as Eternamente Amadonos, I don't know, whatever. Hold on, let me see what that means. Bear's Espanol is a little off. Loving each other. Well, let's see what the other one is. I'm not sure. Oh God, I don't know if I want to look this up. Eternally loving each other. There we go. On such shows as Eternally Loving Each Other. Blue Beetle. There you go. I don't know. Is that a good show? Bear's never seen it. Is it too soon for Krispy Kreme? Never. Krispy Kreme. Delicious. Dunkin' Donuts. It's all right. You gotta get to Krispy Kreme when they have them, like, right off of the, what is it? It's not a fryer. The donut maker. You gotta get it right and hot and fresh. Those are the best. They just, like, melt. All the sugar just melts in your mouth. You get a buzz for, like, a couple hours, and then you're like, crash. Social media stat firm Relish Mix says that Blue Beetle's social media reach of 462.5 million across Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are 14% under superhero genre norms. Oh, that's terrible. Heck, this social media reach of The Flash was higher at 670 million. That's because everybody was saying, don't release The Flash, please. Dear God, don't release it. Whatever you do, hire another actor. Please. Please. I mean, Michael Keaton, great. George Clooney, awesome. Even Nick Cage, that's great. Just get rid of Ezra Miller. What the hell's wrong with you people? Still, Relish Mix says the cast has handled over buzz marketing duties to fans who have posted and reposted material at a rate of 81 to 1 on YouTube. Well, what the heck? Come on. You need to help Bear out here. And 137,000 fans on official pages. Well, where are all those people? where are they? Shouldn't they be showing up? In addition, much like we saw with Shazam, Fury of the Gods, which crashed and burned with a $30 million charge, the loudspeaker of the new DC universe under James Gunn and Peter the Safran has stolen thunder from the current slate of previously Walter Honda-hatched DC projects. Hence, the larger set of DC fans aren't rushing to see these movies, as must see. Why should they? Still, Gunn has been supportive of Blue Beetle on social, retweeting ads and saying that the protag will be essentially the part of... Well, what the hell is he gonna say? Blue Beetle stinks. I wouldn't even go see it if they paid me to go see it. Just wait until my movie comes out because this is all Walter Hama's BS. Nobody wants to go see it. And blah 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 blah. No, he's not gonna say that. Come on. Of course he's gonna say it's great. He said The Flash was an excellent movie. It was like one of the greatest superhero films of all time. You kind of wonder, maybe James Gunn might be just a little dishonest with people. Might be. It could. Maybe. You never know. Still, you can always tell how much a studio supports a movie when it comes to the number of one-sheets they print up. And Blue Beetle totaled 11 next to a paltry 4 from Universal Strays. How dare they? They gotta have some one-sheets. Other diagnostics on Blue Beetle, blah, 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 blah. We won't get into all that. Basically, the big thing, all of the PLF and IMAX screens. So they took out Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was in the IMAX. They took that out and then brought in the Blue Beetle. So not only are those tickets more expensive, they've basically got the entire theater run to themselves. So there you go. Adam Aron's AMC Burbank is the top grossing theater in the nation for the DC pick with a $54,000? Really? And it's in Los Angeles, too. I mean, like, if you want a movie to open wide with a big Hispanic, Latino audience, you would do it in L.A. And they scrounged up $54K. Which, by the way, people, that doesn't go to Warner Brothers. That doesn't go directly to Warner Brothers. It's split in half. So half of it, more likely. It depends on what the contract is. Sometimes like Disney movies take like 80% or something like that during the first weekend. But usually it's about 50%. So we'll just call it what? $28,000? $28,000 that they made. So let's just say the theater. Let's just say the theater made $28,000. Let's just round it up to 30. What the hell? Why not? Well, no, not really, because it would be 25, 26, 20. We'll just say 27. $27,000. They've got to pay. They got to pay, all their workers and staff and everything, yada yada yada. So that might be another 5 to 10K out of there. They got paid for the popcorn, all that sort of stuff. So they're coming out with a profit of, let's just call it $14,000. $14,000 on an opening weekend for a Latino-centric movie that's promoted heavily on all of the Univision and what was the other one? Yeah, Univision and all that sort of stuff. $14,000. That's what you made in a weekend there. So, not doing very good at all. Not doing very good at all. Well, the pumpkin spice has brought Melissa in. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Great to have you here. James Gunn is biased. He is. I know it's shocking, but it's true. Finally here, while tracking head Blue Beetle, a comp to a slew of superhero movies. They're thinking there's coming to like 30 to 35. It's not going to happen. They were expecting a lot of what they call walk-ups. So basically, all the people that were online, you just discount all of those people, and it's just people that they think might have heard it from a friend or something like that. That they're just going to say, hey, I got a free weekend. I'm going to go see Blue Beetle. They didn't. They didn't at all. Didn't at all. Let's see. Interesting to note that the next to the starts of other popular Hispanic and Latino, it's the same thing, fueled action picks. Blue Beetle isn't that far from the start of such movies as Attila, Battle Angel, Spy Kids, and the R-rated Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Very underrated. By the way, that's two. That is two Robert Rodriguez movies. Two of them. So, Once Upon a Time in Mexico probably didn't cost that much. It didn't cost $110 million to make, that's for sure. Probably made its money back. There you go. Yeah, let's see, who was that? Johnny Depp? Salma Hayek? I think Salma Hayek was in there. Who was the other? Who was the bad guy in there? I'm trying to remember. Oh gosh, I can't remember. It's been a while. A very underrated movie. You want to go check it out? If you're a fan of Johnny Depp out there, want to see a good Johnny Depp movie, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. There you go. Might actually be free out there. You never know. Their target audience was people who had nothing to do that weekend, says Amy. Yes. There you go. There you are. Anyways, it goes on. Does it give us any more numbers? Okay, they're thinking maybe that Blue Beetle is going to do better than Barbie. We'll see probably on Monday there. This is estimates. So Blue Beetle number 1, Barbie number 2. You know, something very interesting here with Barbie. Here we are in week 5. $566 million domestic, over $1 billion worldwide. There's not been any word about a Barbie 2. It's really interesting. Usually, a lot of times the studios will put it out before the movie comes out. They didn't do it even after it came out, even after like $1 billion there. So that's really interesting. Greta Gerwig out there, she went to go do, was it the Chronicles of Narnia? I think with Netflix, might be Amazon, Beer can't remember there. So very interesting that there isn't a sequel to Barbie. Very interesting. Maybe Warner Brothers thought it was going to flop. You never know. Also, no sequel to Oppenheimer either. No sequel there. It should be called Teller. It should be the opposite side of everything, where it's like, here's a guy. Here's a guy that's not a socialist out there. There you go. Here's how we defeat the nuclear weapons that Oppenheimer was crying over all the time. I invented the bomb, and what do I do now? One world government. It's the only way. It's the only way. I think the negative 440 here are probably the IMAX theaters. So Oppenheimer is getting kicked out of those IMAX theaters that Blue Beetle's getting into. So there you are. Even has more theaters. Look at there. 2,800. I guess actually that would be the difference there. So there you are. Turtles coming up on $100 million. Week 3, Strays. Meg dropped like a rock here. Holy cow. Haunted Mansion also dropped like a rock. Look at there. We're in the thousands. 2 million total. Oh yeah, yeah. I started out pretty good. But I guess everybody actually saw it. It was like, yeah, that's junk. That is junk out there. Mission Impossible? That's still hanging in there. I'd like to go see that in the IMAX. I hope they come back with it in the IMAX. That would be interesting. Sound of Freedom doing just excellent. Week 8 there. Still beat out the interesting Dracula movie here. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Actually tied it. Tied it there on Friday. Very interesting. And came out slightly ahead on the 3-day. Very interesting. Very interesting. A theater or a studio that nobody thought would do anything with it. Actually has 75 more theaters with Lost Voyage there. So very interesting. Even with 75 more theaters, they actually basically broke even on Friday, and Sound of Freedom came out ahead on the next day. Why do they have 11? Let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually they only have 10. Very interesting. Very interesting. Usually it's 10 and then it's cut off here. So there you go. There you are, people. That is our box office update for the weekend here. We will see. We'll come back Monday. Of course, it'll be Wednesday for Bear here, but we'll come back Monday, figure out. See, it's still Saturday a.m. They haven't even done the evening here. Never done the evening. Great to see Jiminy out here. Great to see him as well. Let's see. Grant says, I made my own pumpkin spice seasoning last year. Interesting. Rats! Oh my gosh, Melissa. I hope not. I hope you don't have rats. Grant says, it makes me think of the movie I Love You, Man, where he keeps trying to give his friend a nickname. I had not seen that movie. Bad for the shark community, bad press. Bad press out there, probably. Mike never misses an opportunity to turn a profit. Mike who? Who are we talking about here? I'm not sure who we're talking about. Had to go get a drink. Enthusiastic base. I don't see. I don't see, man. I don't see. There we are. Driven beer to drink. Oh, Mike Miller. Never misses an opportunity to turn a profit? Are you sure? Are you sure about that, sir? Not so. Well, speaking of which, should we just jump straight to it? I know that's why you all are here. I mean, we could talk about the WGA. We could talk about that. We could talk about James Gunn and lying once again about Superman here. Old corn sweat. Or we could talk about, by popular demand, not by Bear's demand, by popular demand, we could talk about, that's right, people, crypto talk. We could go to the cryptos, straight to the crypto talk. Is that where we're steering Bear here? Is that what we're doing? Is that where we're going with all this? You're saying, Bear, that's great. That's great. You know, you're doing all the great homework here for Yellow Flash, you know, talking about the WGA and James Gunn here. You're really making his life a lot easier there for posting all the links and talking about that. But hey, we could go. We could go to the crypto talk, people. It's really up to you. It's up to you. Well, it's up to you. Bear's gonna grab a drink-o-beer. Drink-o-beer. That would be the Proof-toberfest. I'll show that here. Since we got it. Since we've got the... No, not that one. Yes, that one. There we go. Since we have... Right here. Good stuff. Good stuff there. And, of course, Punchline as well. And we're showing the... since Jimmy wasn't here... showing the Erlu Presti book. A beautiful little head sketch in Here we go. From 2019. Way before anybody was checking all that stuff out. So, there we go. Anyhow. Crypto news, says Amy. Well, all right. Here we go. Crypto news. Since it has been demanded by beer. Demanded by beer here. Let's see. How is your pumpkin spice latte? Last time I made pumpkin. Wait. What the heck? No, we're not talking about pumpkin spice latte. We are talking about from the geniuses out here at Ars Technica. John Brodican. Brodican? We'll go with it. Whatever. Buyers of Bored Ape NFTs sue after digital apes turn out to be a bad investment. What? No, you don't say. Really? Man, if only there was someone, maybe some animal out there that could have told people about this. I don't know, like 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago or so? Saying, hey, you might want to check out these NFTs. They might not be as legit as you might think. Bear, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about, man. Come on, man. Anyhow. Look at it. You could have bought any number one of these JPEGs on a server somewhere for the low price of right-clicking on it and clicking Save As for zero cents. $0.00. But no, let's pay thousands or millions of dollars on it. Sure, why not? What the heck? Amy says, wild profits are rarely long-term. This is not long-term at all. We'll get into story number 2 here in just a second. You will be interested in story number 2 here. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about something that everybody knows. That would be these bored apes here. The Sotheby's auction house has been named as a defendant in a lawsuit by investors who regurgited buying Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs that sold for highly inflated prices during the NFT craze in 2021. A Sotheby's auction duped investors by giving the Bored NFTs, quote, an air of legitimacy to generate investors. Gee, I wonder who would have thought that up at the very beginning. Interest and hype around the Bored Ape brand? The class action lawsuit claims. Can Bear get on that? He didn't have any losses, but I would just love to just jump on that lawsuit. The boost to Bored Ape NFT prices provided by the auction was rooted in deception. That's like bullet point number 2 in any crypto stuff. You gotta have crypto. You have to have an internet connection, and you have to be rooted in deception. That is number 2. That is number 2 there. Said the lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court in California. It wasn't revealed at the time of the auction that the buyer was the now disgraced FTX. People, it all comes back around. Oh, it all comes back around. Sotheby's representatives. Sotheby's representations, rather, that the undisclosed buyer was a traditional collector, had misleadingly created the impression that the marketplace for NFTs had crossed over into the mainstream audience. The lawsuit claims. Lawsuit plaintiffs say they were harmed by investors bought the NFTs with a reasonable expectation of profiting from owning them. And what happens when you lose your money? We can't have a reasonable expectation of that. It's only going to go straight up. Straight up, like the tulips did. I mean, the tulips are worth millions and millions of dollars now, right? Right? Well, hey, at least you can eat your tulips. You can put them in a vase and they look good for a couple days. I mean, the tulips have uses. NFTs? Not so much. Not so much. Amy says, plot twist. Sotheby's sold a lot of 101 Bored Ape NFTs for the low price of $24.4 million. So they bought this right here for $24 million. Now, I'm not saying you could, I don't know, give that money to a food bank or maybe, I don't know, some after school learning for some of the kids out there, or, I don't know, helping out foster kids in their homes, or, if you're really concerned about the Wu flu or something like that, make masks available or some crap like that. There's a lot of things that you can do with $24.4 million rather than buying a JPEG on a server. JPEG on a server out there. By the way, where the heck is Jeff Potts? When it goes down, Jeff is nowhere to be seen. Nah, nowhere. Let's see. Sold at its Ape in auction in September 2021. Well above the pre-auction estimates of $12 to $18 million. Excuse me. That's an average price of over $241,000 per JPEG stored on a server that you don't actually even quote-unquote own. Oi. But Bored Ape NFTs now sell for a floor price of a way overvalued $50,000. I doubt it's worth 50 cents, people. 50 cents. You heard it from Bear. Where is Jeff Potts and P Money? Have we seen either Jeff Potts or P Money in the same room together? I don't know. Of Ether cryptocurrency, according to blah, 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 blah. Investors previously sued Bored Apes creator Yuga Labs for company executives and various celebrity promoters, including Paris Hilton, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg. People, if you are taking financial advice from Snoop Dogg, but pardon Beer here for his pausing on NFTs here for just a second. So they just had the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Yada, 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 fine. We won't even get into the cultural appropriation, yada, yada, yada. That'll be for another day, people. If you come up as a gangster rapper, and you're ventilating your enemies and sleeping with your hoes, nobody wants to see an old gangster rapper. I'm sorry, Snoop. Just float away, man. Float. Even Dre. Dre's hanging low. He released an album, but he's hanging low. He's got his Beats money. He's fine. Snoop Dogg. Bear saw a Snoop Dogg on a commercial for pet food. Come on, man. Just this is done. You would never see. You would never see a Biggie or Tupac selling pet food. Just for crying out loud. Anyways, I'm sorry. Side rant for Beer here. You can hire Snoop Dogg to read a custom message online for a couple $100. That's a couple $100 more than Beer wants to know. Beer wants to spend. So Amy knows. Amy is a big fan of Snoop Dogg out here and is very angry at Beer's different interpretation. Sorry, Amy. It's a hot take for Beer. Hot take for Beer out here. Serena Williams, Madonna, Jimmy. Who the hell is taking financial advice from? Which one is Jimmy Fallon? Which one is he? Is he on the ABC or the NBC? I don't know. Steph Curry and Justin Bieber. People, if you're taking financial advice from Justin Bieber, just go ahead and give Beer your PIN number and social security number. It'll be fine. The original class action lawsuit was filed in December 2022. Sotheby's was added as a defendant in an amended complaint submitted August 4th. Yuga describes its collection of 100,000 Bored Ape NFTs as unique digital collectibles living on the Ethereum blockchain. BS. That doubles as a yacht club membership. So you get a free yacht with it, right? You get a free yacht? The website has some members-only areas. So, when you buy a Bored Ape, you're not simply buying an avatar. You're buying a JPEG stored on a server somewhere that's not even controlled by you. Or a provable rare piece of art. No, it's not. The NFT collection website says. It's not rare if you can copy it over and over and over again. You are gaining membership access to a club whose benefits and offering you will increase over time. Just mention one thing. One thing. Your Bored Ape can serve as your digital identity and open digital doors for you, and then slam them right into your face. Right into your face. Bear should have Snoop Dogg read his new intro for his live streams. Interesting. Interesting. You know, there's a lot of places that do like 15-minute intros for their videos, and it's like, why? Why am I going to sit through all this stuff? I mean, it's like, just let me know when the live stream started. That's fine. I don't need 15 minutes of an intro of different clips and blah, 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 blah. It's like, meh, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. Yuga colluded with Sotheby's, it says. The lawsuit said it turned out the auction buyer was the now bankrupt crypto exchange FTX, people, whose founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, is in jail awaiting trial on criminal charges. Much like all your other NFT folks out there should be. Ethereum blockchain transaction data shows that after the auction, Sotheby's transferred the lots of NFTs to wallet address, for crying out loud, I'm not going to read that, which, upon information and belief, is owned and controlled by FTX. The complaint said. The lawsuit alleges that Yuga Labs and Sotheby's violated the California Unfair Competition Law, the California Corporate Securities Law, the U.S. Securities Exchange Act, and the California Corporations Code. The plaintiffs also claim, that Sotheby's Metaverse, an NFT trading platform opened after the auction, operated or attempted to operate as an unregistered broker of securities. So, if you out there have created an NFT to be, some sort of, what do they call this? A security out there. You better check yourself. You better make sure you got a good lawyer out there. Make sure that all the I's are dotted out there, because you too might get caught up in all this stuff. FTX has several deep ties to Yuga, such that it would be mutually beneficial for both Yuga and FXT, as well as Sotheby's, if the the Bored Apes NFT collections were to rise in price and trading volume activity. Upon information and belief, given the extensive financial interest shared by Yuga, Sotheby's, and FXT, each know that FTX was the real buyer of the lot at the Sotheby's auction at the time, that Sotheby's representatives were publicly representing that a traditional buyer had made the purchase. The lawsuit said. There you go. So it went up, peaked at $420,000, but plummeted to $90,000 6 weeks later. Still way overvalued. Way overvalued there. Beer's all about wild things. That's true. That is true. That is true. I'd pre-write my eulogy if I had the money to pay James Earl Jones to read it. Careful now. Careful now, Grant. Careful. Here, James, can you read my eulogy here? The next thing you know, but I'm bumped. There you are. 6 feet under. 6 feet under. There you are. There you are. All right, finally, people. Finally, for you good people out there. Unfortunately, for some of the artists out there, there's a little bit of a problem. From the Mensa members out here at The Verge, sarcastic tags on. A key feature of NFTs has completely broken. Whoops. Whoops-a-doodle. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. This is Jacob. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Jacob. Okay, we'll just call him Jacob. Web3. Oh, for crying out loud. I was supposed to make sure original artist always got paid. Unfortunately, people, not so much. Not so much. One of the big promises of NFTs was that the artist who originally made them could get a cut every time their piece was resold. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. OpenSea, are they still open? Good lord, I thought they went under. Alright, whatever, OpenSea. I thought I thought they were part of the rug pull. Okay, well anyways, OpenSea. The biggest NFT marketplace, still fully enforcing royalty fees, said today that it plans to stop the mandatory collection of resale fees for artists. Starting March 2024, those fees will essentially be tips. Tips. An optional percentage of a sale price that sellers can choose to give, choose to give to the original artist. If the seller doesn't want to hand over any money, that'll be their choice. Their choice. Dun dun dun. Blockchain tech just confuses, Grant. The very simple way to describe it is a database on a cryptographic, what would you call that? A cryptographic, not necessarily a program, but how would you describe that? A cryptographic block, essentially. So you have an entire blockchain, as they call it, and each one of those chains is broken up into individual little things, and that's where all that stuff is. So, essentially, it is a very fancy database. A very fancy database, if you want to think of it that way. That people can put art or, move money around or whatever. So, but yeah, NFTs, they're just basically a JPEG on that encrypted database. But you can go, look, like I can, let me go back. Let me go back here. Let me go back here. Okay, so let me go back. All right, this sold for how much? $24.4 million from Sam Bankman-Fraud? Okay. Does it show up on there? No, it doesn't show up on there. But anyways, you just right-click, save as. There we go. I got it for free. Some genius spent $24 million on there. That's the difference. That's the difference between people out there. Oh yeah. Let's see. The Funky Monkeys and Squid Bros are avoiding artificial inflation by not promising more than an NFT. Melissa, I have no idea. Ask Mike. That's something that you gotta ask Mike on, and I don't even think he knows half the time. So it's always fun. It was always interesting watching some of those block Bitcoin NFT programs out there where they're hyping it up, and Bear or somebody else would come in with a very simple question. How do you put something on the blockchain? And they're like, an hour and a half later, they're still describing it. It's like, okay, this is a complete scam. I'm sorry, Mike. This is a complete scam. We will be backing out of this very quickly. And let's see. I thought Squid was backing with gold. No. The very original. Okay, so the idea behind, what's the big one? Bitcoin. Before that, it was something called like e-gold or something like that. Essentially, it was a bank that would hold gold, but then when you could basically use the, lack of a better description, the internet to trade back and forth those bars of gold, and kind of like a check, so you don't hand somebody cash. You know, you would hand somebody a check, and they would take that check to the bank, and the bank would give them cash if they wanted it. So the check was just kind of like this sort of e-gold proof, token, whatever you would call it. It failed very early on. Regulators got to it. It just became a whole big thing. Bitcoin became kind of the next big thing, and yeah, we see where we are. So no, maybe Squid was backing with gold, but good luck. I mean, how are you going to get it out? Okay, I want to sell my squid. Okay, I want gold. Okay, do they mail that to you in the mailbox? I mean, how does that work? I mean, do you go to your bank? I mean, does your bank give it? Here's my squid thingamabob. I want gold. Yeah, they would laugh. They would laugh. They would laugh at you. Bear is best at crypto news. Well, thank you so much. You laugh and you learn. I hope people heard Bear a year and a half, 2 years ago when he was talking about all this. I mean, got into a little, we're good and everything, but a little back and forth there with Jeff Potts, and it was like, Jeff, come on, man, this is a total scam. And I think he was trying to stick up for Mike, and I'm not trying to bash Mike or anything like that. It's just like, this is a total scam. You can see this coming from a mile away. I mean, crying out loud. So, anyhow, we go on. The NFT ecosystem has been on a race to the bottom when it comes to the fees. As the market for NFTs collapsed, what? No way. Marketplaces have lowered their own trading fees and stopped enforcing royalty fees in order to attract sellers. Yeah, if you don't have to pay the person, yeah, that would lower the price, that's for sure. Blur, which has overtaken OpenSea as the biggest NFT marketplace by trading volume, only enforces a 0.5% fee on most collections. Whereas creators typically set their fees at 5 to 10%. For eternity, people. You were just going to become a bank. I mean, JP Morgan was going to go out of business. And all these people with, monkeys and whatever else they have out there, they were going to be the new, the J.D. Rockefellers and all that other stuff. Nope. Sorry, folks. Didn't happen. OpenSea will stop enforcing royalty fees on all new NFTs starting August 31st. Coming up, people. The marketplace will continue enforcing the fees on certain existing collections until March of next year, at which point they'll become optional on all sales. Now let me take a guess. How many people do you think that are going to buy these things are going to say, you know what? I really like this artist. I'm going to give him 5%. I'm going to give him 10%. Probably close to zero. It's about time, P Money. We were all waiting on you. We were all saying, where the heck is P Money? Where the heck is P Money? And then P Money just kind of casually strolls in. Oh, hey everybody. Gosh dang, P Money. You missed out. Here we are talking about blockchain. You missed out. We were actually talking about Santa Claus and Batman. Santa Claus was a protege of Batman. Who knew? Who canoe? But no. Nope, we're talking about NFTs. You missed it. OpenSea's changes are fundamentally wrong and hurts the entire NFT space. Wild Cake, the founder of Poser's NFT collection, tells The Verge. Wild, can you just make his name public? Otherwise, don't bother. We gotta call this guy Wild Cake. For crying out loud. Wild Cake said the changes is particularly disruptive to creators who built a business plan around enforced royalties. Whoops-a-doodle, like the Posers team, had with a blockchain game they were developing. Womp 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 womp. OpenSea decided to turn off this last opportunity to earn profits. As a result, we've been working for 5 months for free. Others, including OpenSea, are trying to frame it as a necessarily positive change as the marketplace evolves. Yeah, I'm sure if you were an artist, it's a positive change for you. OpenSea CEO Devin Finzer criticized the fees' ineffective unilateral enforcement and said that creators will find other ways to monetize their work. Yeah, like beating the crap out of CEO Devin Fisner until he gives them their money back. That would be a great way to monetize their work. Not that Bear is suggesting that you should do violence on people on OpenSea or anything like that. No. No, Bear does not encourage violence on Open CEO Devin Fisner. Not at all. I want anybody to take that away here. Not at all. Our role in this ecosystem is to empower innovation beyond a single use case or business model, he writes in the blog, announcing that OpenSea will no longer support the ecosystem's primary business model. So all the people that made CEO Devin Fisner a lot of money, he's just pulled the rug and told them to go to H. Here we go. That is somebody that is deserving, probably should be at the front of the line for the old Bitcoin volcano. The old Bitcoin volcano right there. Isn't it? All right. Well, anyways, there we are. James Gunn, blah, 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 blah. WGA, yada, yada, yada. P-Money completely missed. Your Batman and Santa Claus here. Santa Claus. There he is. There they are. Flying through the air. Actually, I've got that right here, don't I? 1 second. Where is that one? Oh, there we go. I'll choose that one. What the heck? Why not? That's a pretty cool one. That's a pretty cool one. Oops, did I? Yeah, there we go. There we are. All right, let's see what the chat has to say. Let's see. What a cute picture, says Melissa. What? Where? I don't know. Wherever. I hope today wasn't the day Bear had a professional show. Not at all. Not at all. Actually, I did get the... I keep hating to show this every single time. Just wanted to show it one time. But, here we go. Got the... Let me get the video up. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Got the Aaron Lopresti sketchbook here with a nice little sketch. Ta-da! Of Garbage Man. Look at there. Cool stuff. And a couple other books as well. Punchline. Zombie Sama. Zombie Sama? I think it's pronounced Sama. There we go. If you ever want a good book review, go check out Zombie Sama, where Bear accuses Billy Tucci of starting the Wu flu virus. It's true, people. Along with the Illuminati and the Bilderberg Group. All of them. In it together, people. In it together. You never knew. Never knew old Billy Tucci was up to that. You're like, oh, he's a Comicsgate king. No, he unleashed a flu virus on the world so we could sell comic books. It's true, people. It's true. Yes, indeed. So anyways. Before anybody goes there, no, it's not true. It's just a very funny video out there. There we go. There's the jumping through the air. There we are. P-Money says, I'm late. It's Christmas. It's true. Not quite. You still have 125 more shopping days to get Bear some salmon. So get right on it. Get right on it, people. Let's see. Amy says, blockchain might have some potential in encrypting data for transactions in game software. But I don't think it gets much of a chance to grow when it's locked up in investor speculation. Yeah, that's kind of the pull there, the chicken and the egg, you know. You want people to go and play around with the blockchain and whatever it is, Ethereum, whatever. Was it Solana, some of the other stuff out there. Play around with it. Find out what the use case is. I'm not saying there's not any use case at all for it. It is a database. You can do stuff with it. Bear said in the past, if you want to use something like Bitcoin, okay, not a fan, but break glass in case of emergency, yeah, okay, go ahead. I don't know if it's any better or worse than gold, but okay. But the people that say, "Oh, I'm going to put an NFT on the blockchain and it's going to be worth thousands or millions of dollars," no, you're putting a JPEG onto a cryptographic thing where anybody can go in and right-click on it, and they have the same thing that you do. Which, by the way, if that address ever changes, poof, it's gone. Um, if the server that it's based on is ever taken offline or something like that, poof, it's gone. Bye, see ya. So yes, there's a lot of use cases that we need to find, but with the price being so high at one point, nobody was playing around with it. It was all just speculation. Then it crashed, and nobody wants to play around with it anymore because why? Everybody's been rug pulled. Everybody knows it's a scam, so why bother? So there's some stuff in there like if you're shipping internationally, I think that might be a good idea. Hey, these are all the things that are in this ship, the cargo hold of the ship. That's scanned into a QR code, and the QR code goes to a piece on the blockchain there, and that has all the inventory of whatever's on the ship, and it's all encrypted on there. And you'll know if somebody tries to change something because you'll say, "Hey, wait a minute, we're missing, you know, 5 tons of steel or whatever it is." So yeah, I mean, some stuff like that. It's nice to have. It's a good database. If you want to encrypt and protect your database, yeah, it's a great idea. But it's not a currency, people. It's not. Come on, man. All right. Anyways, how is the family, people? How is the family? Let's see. Smiley faces, parties. P-May took them on a McDonald's run this evening. Very cool. That is nice. That is nice. Bear does not support violence. Well, not that could be traced back to Bear. That's for sure. She was talking about the Superman reading a book to the little boy. Yeah. The thumbnail here. Dan Mora. Dan Mora is the artist there. So yeah, pretty cool. I like it. I like it too, Melissa. I like it too. Gift fish for Bear. Robin is an elf. That's true. Apparently so. I guess. Let's see. Or is Bruce Willis poor now? Bruce Wayne, rather, poor now, and has to make ends meet dressing up as Santa at the Gotham Mall. No, he was a protege, apparently, of Santa Claus. Very interesting. We're talking about that. Who could deliver packages faster? Santa Claus, the Flash, or Superman? That is a question for the ages. Question for the ages. It's why his mask is pointy to make up for his ears. Interesting. Melissa says, yay McDinners. Batman trained Hunter Santa. That's true. What you saw in Batman Begins with Liam Neeson. Yeah, Liam Neeson. It should have been Santa Claus. Should have been Santa Claus out there. Instead, it was Liam Neeson. Should have been Santa Claus. That would have been a very much more interesting movie. You know what? Somebody should go back. Somebody should go back and just replace Liam Neeson's character with Santa Claus. Just superimposes Santa Claus's face over, what was his name? Ra Ghul or something like that. Just superimpose the face. I'm gonna get you, Batman, and it's Santa Claus. I think that would have been interesting. Interesting very much. Now the Teen Titan Go episodes make more sense, says Amy. Did they ever make sense? Did they really? Superman is reading while Batman and Wonder Woman deal with demon bats-looking creatures. I think that's just bats from... I don't know. Yeah, that is kind of weird. It's kind of an odd... It is kind of an odd background there. Kind of odd. Well, let's just go through all of them here. So that is Dan Mora. This is Derek Chu. Derek Chu. With Santa Claus. Lovely lady on his lap there. This would be Otto Schmidt. That's why Bear is a professional here. Otto Schmidt. Schmidt. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Not Batman though. It's just Robin there, jumping away. Let's see. Troy Shasteen. Shasteen. I hope I got that right. Very buff looking Santa Claus there. We were theorizing that Santa Claus is really buff, like for the majority of the year, and then he goes out and delivers packages, and he's drinking the milk and eating the cookies, and all of a sudden he gets like 300 pounds. So and then he has to take the rest of the year to go on a diet. So maybe that's why he's really angry right before Christmas. He's got the hunger pains there. The hunger pains. Let's see. Did we have one more? Well, I don't think this is a cover. I think this is just kind of a character look of Santa Claus. Very anime-looking Santa Claus. Very anime, or maybe looks like it should be something like an RPG or something. Very interesting. Very interesting there. And finally, we got and this is a, let me find it here. What do they call this? It was like a scratch and sniff. What was it called? Pardon me. You can't say scratch and sniff. You gotta say rub and smell. Rub and smell. There you go. There you are. So, I don't know what you're rubbing or what you're smelling out there, but you can do that. You can do that with Ben Oliver. Ben Oliver is the artist. There you are. Grant says, it's more like a scratch and bleed. Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. Santa does need cookies to fuel up. That's true. That's where beer is also. That's where beer is. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, you know what, people? Beer's beer is getting a little low here. A little low here. I got the other two stories here with the WGA and James Gunn, but I think we'll leave that for another time here. We'll let Yellow Flash just kind of sweat for a little bit. He'll have to figure out something else to fill his 4-hour show with here. Bear makes it very brief. He hits all the points, gets in and gets out. You try not to dwell on things too long there. Try and hit him and you're gone. Hit him and you're gone. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. Yes, maybe. Sorry about that. There you go. There we are. There is a much more lovelier one for you. Let's see. P-Money says, I don't want to smell whatever bloody Santa produces. Yeah, neither does Bear. Wait, maybe what's happening behind him is actually a visualization of the story he's reading to him. Could be. Could be. Kind of an odd juxtaposition there, though. Very, very odd there. Yes, indeed. All right, well, let me round it up here. Let me kind of bring it into the final gear here. Let me thank everybody out here, including the great Lester's Grant. Let's see. Mainly Amy Grant for quite a while here. Jiminy as well, if he's still here. Great to have Jiminy. Good to see him. I'm gonna have to ban Jiminy one of these days on Uncle E's chat, just for the fun of it. Just for the fun. Bear's kidding. Bear is kidding out here. Let's see. Grant. I've already said Grant. P-Money as well, and of course, all of our Russian bots and lurkers out there. We appreciate each and every one of you. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up button for Bear. He would appreciate it very, very much. It helps with the algorithm. Bear's talking about, the Woo Flu and NFTs and all that stuff. YouTube isn't that very helpful all the time. There's Jimmy. He jumps out at the last minute. Bad beer, he says. Bad beer. Well, that's a very good point to end on. Very good point. So, want to thank everybody out there. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 o'clock. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, Bear's a little bit behind. We're trying to catch up here on the archive channel, but go ahead, check out the archive channel. Bear would appreciate that. We're almost coming up to 500 subscribers, so that one might actually get monetized before this channel. You never know. You never know, people. Let's see. P-Mike says, I agree, Bear. Nobody else needs to be acknowledged. Ooh, wow. That is a spicy take. A spicy take, people. Well, you know what? All of this talk. Where is it? All this talk about beers, punchlines, all that other stuff, making Bear hungry. So he's gonna head back into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrr. Grrr. Good night, everybody.